What's up, you beautiful cruisers and all my new subscribers? If you're new to this channel, I talk about all the news pertaining to cruising that happened with this last week, and I go over and give you my personal opinion. It's mostly stories that kind of catch my eye. This week we have the the Royal Caribbean's Navigator to the Sea that was just delivered. We also have the viral video that went been crazy. I've seen it all over Facebook of people of that couple that missed their ship on the Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas. The MSC Bellissima was delivered. What else? What else? The Carnival Victory had a couple issues. Gem also had an issue or two, and the Nassau, Bahamas Nassau, has got a big announcement. So, right, all that and more right after this, guys. This first video is one that we've all seen plenty of the videos of people missing their cruises, but this particular one went viral because this poor couple just showed up to the Symphony of the Seas literally as it was pulling away, and they could helplessly do absolutely nothing. But if you haven't seen the video, here's a short clip of it. So you pretty much get the gist of it. I'll put the rest of the video, or I'll put the full video down in the link below. But enough to be said, they did find out the person's name. It was a Costa Rican actress, Maria Gonzalez Roche, and her new hubby. And I'm not gonna try to attempt to make that name because I know I can't. I'm not gonna bother. It'd be offensive. So what happened was their excuse was that most of the time the port left about 5:30, and they anticipated it doing that. But when they got to the port, they were wrong, and they were informed by their newsletter, but they did not read through it to go over it. People, listen, if you don't read through that thing and you miss your boat, that's on you. Anyways, the actress and her husband were actually really cool about it. She actually made a couple jokes on Instagram, and you know, it is what it is. Now, if you do happen to miss your boat, it's not the end of the world. However, it will probably cost you a pretty penny to fix the problem. However, what normally happens is there's an agent for that cruise line, most of the bigger ones at least. I know with Norwegian and a Royal Caribbean, and I think Carnival do too, where if you miss your boat, they will actually be right there and help you make arrangements on how to get back to the next port, to get back on the boat, or so on and so forth. But anyways, that was fun. In this next story, the MSC Bellissima is delivered. At the same time, they also did the MSC's Vertusa? Sorry. I'm sorry. That was maybe an offensive, but either way, they did the other MSC ship. They did the coin ceremony for that. But regardless, the MSC Bellissima, that's what we're here for. She has been equipped with some of the latest environmental technology available. This includes, among others, a cutting-edge exhaust cleaning system, an advanced wastewater treatment plant, system for preventing oil discharge from machinery spaces, a ballast water treatment system, and various energy savings improvement from heat recovery systems to LED lighting. That's awesome if you're into that, but let's be honest, you're not. The MSC is also equipped with cutting-edge guest technology. They pretty much put an Alexa in the ship, but they named it Zoe. And it pertains everything to cruising, I guess. I don't know. I know nothing about the Zoe system. I don't know anyone that's used it. It's the first on the ship. Ship's only really a couple days old. The MSC Bellissima is the fourth ship to be born with MSC in the last 2 years, which is amazing. MSC, you're killing it. And as you can see in the video below, or the video that's playing now, this ship is absolutely stunning. And if you want to watch the rest of this video, I'm going to put it in the description below, and you can watch the full video. It is absolutely stunning to see. Cruise Fever, you guys did an amazing job making that walkthrough. In this next story, the Carnival Victory temporarily loses power for several hours while being stuck just a hair north of Cuba. So I guess if they went anywhere, floated anywhere, they could have gotten some cigars. Either way, having left Miami February 25th for Key West, Florida, the Carnival cruise ship called on Cozumel, Mexico, February 27th, and is currently north of Cuba before the power failure. The ship was scheduled to arrive back in Miami on February 28th. That's where it was on its way to, but apparently it lost power right around 8 p.m. Some reported otherwise. The Carnival Victory experienced a brief power outage earlier that afternoon, but Carnival is not releasing what happened. Last year, Carnival announced that the ship is about to go under a part of a $2 billion enhancement program. The Carnival Victory will be dry docked in March of 2020 before returning to the fleet as the Carnival Radiance. But we have to get that ship there first, Carnival. However, in 2016, there was at least 18 power losses. Now, this might frighten you a little bit. The power losses were on the Carnival Elantra, the Carnival Legend, the Carnival Liberty, the Carnival Vista, and as well the Carnival-owned Edonia, Carnival Princess, Emerald Princess, and Costa Nevera. That's a lot of Carnival ships in 2016 to lose power. And also, I don't remember what year it was, but the Carnival Triumph, which is now being dry docked, I think, or about to be dry docked. The shit cruise, excuse my language, was that, I think that was in 2015, which also lost power result of a engine fire. So what I'm trying to say, people, if you're worried about being stuck at sea, don't go on Carnival. I shouldn't say that. That could happen to anybody. I mean, look what happened to the Norwegian Epic just last week. But there's more occurrences with Carnival. Don't know why. Don't know what's going on with them. But you know what? To be honest with you, I really think these last year or two, Carnival's really tried to put a step forward and made bigger, better, more reliable ships. I haven't been on a Carnival ship in a long time. Would I go on one? Maybe. But who knows? Norwegian Gem was scheduled to get into port February 25th in New York, but New York was experiencing high winds. The captain of that ship knew the boat very well, and New York was also going through some gale force winds. The captain said, you know what? We can't make it in. My ship, my passengers are way more important to me than our schedule. They decided to stay out in the water an extra day. They told all the passengers, sorry, but we're doing the best we can to get you guys back home. The next day, it was back in the port, and they tried to make everyone as happy as possible. Obviously, they were not, but it happens. sorry. This also kind of goes to travel insurance. I think it's why I kind of brought it up. It's not really huge news, but people, if you do not have travel insurance, kind of asking for a problem. It's a big investment to make in this world to not have travel insurance. If you cruise all the time, then you don't need it, I guess. You're always used to having problems. But these things can't happen. Case in point. So just make sure you always cover your bases. And another good news, the port of Nassau is actually going to be under construction here soon. No one's actually said when or anything like that. But if you've ever been to the port of Nassau, you completely understand that it's kind of, I don't want to say trashy. It's just, I don't know. It just kind of rubs you the wrong way. A lot of people trying to sell you things, and it gets kind of annoying. And I understand why. They want to make a quick buck. But regardless, NASA announced just the other day that they are going to do a $250 million renovation of the port. They are going to add 2 new slots for the cruise ships, auditorium for concerts that hold up to 10,000 people, and an outdoor movie theater, landmark modern new buildings. The port will also feature open upscale restaurants and large LED signs. It will have architectural features that will make the port Nassau iconic as a cruise destination. At night, NASA will transform the laser light show, illuminated sculptures and walkways. And it looks like NASA is really trying to take a turn for the better. Not that it was terrible before. It just, it's going to look like you want your cruise to look after spending that kind of money at that port. So let me know what you guys think of the NASA rebuild in the comments below. Let me know about your past experiences. If you've been on a cruise coming out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale or the Port Carnival, I know it's Port Canaveral, but if you've been out, you more than likely been to NASA. So just let me know your experiences, what you thought of it, and what you're hoping to get or to see in the new port when they finally finish building it. And finally, I know I talked about this a lot last week, but the Navigator of the Seas was finally delivered, and it looks awesome. If you like water slides and you like having a good time, Royal Caribbean, you guys did a fantastic job. I haven't seen any reports yet about the excitement on the ship, but just from what I've seen from the pictures and whatnot of the slides and everything, I'm actually a bit jealous. Yeah, I wish I could be there. Yeah, you could call and invite me and pay for it. And lastly, but most definitely not leastly, the Meyer Wharf Yard in Germany has finally kicked out the Royal Caribbean Spectrum of the Sea. Now, don't get me wrong, people. I swear to God, the Spectrum of the Sea is a glorious, awesome ship. I'm only a little salty about the Spectrum of the Sea because it was in the way of them finishing building or just building more on the Encore, which is my next cruise. So now that they can actually start building the Encore, which is going to be my next cruise, people, if you have not booked on this ship, it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, it's got virtual reality. It's got that big thing on the back with laser tags and a race car course. And I was on the Bliss just last November, and it was awesome. And I don't mean to push that any further than I need to. So, with that said, people, again, if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up, and please put down in the comments below what your next cruise is and where you guys are going, and what your favorite port you're looking forward to, and so on. And I'm always open forward to a cruise discussion. I pretty much look at cruises all day, every day. It's just my thing, yo. So, anyways, until next time, guys, have a fantastic week, and I will see you this time next week. Adios. One last thing, I have to give a huge shout out to my friends G&D Explorers. I'm going to put the link to their channel down below, or maybe one of their videos down below. They've been a huge support to this channel, always giving me advice and so on and so forth. They always say I need to put more cruise crap stuff back here, and I'm working on it, kind of. Either way, doesn't matter. Anyways, people, if you haven't seen their channel, I would highly recommend going to their channel. They are two awesome guys. They are huge Disney fans, and they do live stuff, and they're on quite a bit more than me. But anyways, again, have a good weekend, guys. Adios.